Hello, everybody, and welcome to Otter Talk tonight, the broadcast that I just learned that I was supposed to be hosting 10 minutes ago. I am Becky Arita, and I'm here again, and we have a couple of new faces and a familiar face here on the desk with us tonight. I'll just go down and let you introduce yourselves. We've got Hatim.
Hello, my name is Hatim, the Dream, top laner for TurnUp Tom.
All right, we've got Cat in a tin.
You'll notice how I'm not on the guest list. That's because, like Becky, I also only found out I was supposed to be here 10 minutes ago. Kill Mr. Lean.
Excellent. And lastly, once again, the people's champion, TurnUp Tom.
Yo, 80k for TurnUp Squad. We're winning this week, trust.
Glory to the Union.
Yeah, the Union will thrive for sure. So, hope you're all doing all right today. Thank you for coming on to the Otter Talk desk, even if it was last minute. So we're gonna start with, I suppose, just taking a look at some stats for our premier match tonight, which is going to be, I am looking at the notes.
Auto Collective versus TurnUp Squad.
Wow. Well, Shadow Collective versus TurnUp Squad. Wowie. All right, so let's talk. Let's take a look if we have some numbers to observe. I don't know. If we have them this week. I wasn't here.
We don't need it, Theo. It's okay.
Okay. Well, we can just go to predictions then. We'll just save some time.
TurnUp is 0-3 with 0-6 match score, and Shadow Collective is the same or about the same. I think they're 1-2. I have to double check.
They're 2-1.
2-1. Never mind.
Okay, Shadow Collective are 2-1. My bad.
With 4-3 record.
Yeah, the Jakester having performed a dark ritual, sacrificing several other players to having to call subs every single week, is now here 2-1 on the season. Meanwhile, the TurnUp Squad, they are currently not doing as well. Last week, they ended up taking a pretty devastating another 0-2 loss up against the fill me in here.
Scooter Shooters. My team.
Dang.
Lost to us.
Oh, okay. But I wasn't there. That could have been the difference.
That is actually the truth when you think about it.
It would not have mattered.
What? Don't say that. Don't say that.
It's not even close.
No. If you think about it, it actually would have made a world of difference. To be honest.
It was Valentine's Day, guys. You guys are killing me with these days.
It was not.
Actually, no.
That was not last week. That was not last week.
Team, come on,
man. That was the
man.
week before. Sorry, I had a gala last Saturday. My bad.
Had a gala?
Yeah.
That sounds great,
fancy.
Actually.
Yeah.
Right. In any case, let's talk. We'll talk about that match since we don't have numbers to look at. We also have some predictions for the rest of the games tonight, because there are plenty of other games, and I would like to hear some other perspectives. Again, I don't know if we have a graphic prepared for this, as I did, again, just get here. But we'll start with Sapphire.
What about Sapphire?
We have
Griddle versus Milk Tea.
Team Griddle versus Milk Tea.
Team Griddle versus Milk Tea. Man, do we believe in Milk Tea?
I believe in Tan more than I believe in the IDF-sponsored Team Griddle.
Yeah,
Captain. That's their actual official backers. It has Jolts, Sly, and Flopper. Sly and Flopper make a name for themselves. That's the brought to you by OpenAI, Anthropic, and Palantir team.
Yes, very good, very good, very true. True and good is
versus
the thing.
Tan's team, so a fellow union member. So I'm contractually obligated to root for them. Everyone else here predicted against them, but I think mid-diff, and that's why Milk Tea could win.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like I did last week, and I'm gonna just like predict against Team Griddle because I don't want them to win. I think they're going to win, but I don't want them to.
That's valid though.
True.
Next game we have. Oh, now the website is actually working. Of course, when I was looking at it elsewhere, we've got .exe versus XSV draft. Mohawk's team going up against XSV.
Nope. Nope. Mohawk's team going up against EXT. That'd be Raiku's team. What Becky just said would be the same team going against itself. Mohawk is XSV.
I don't get they don't even fucking pay me for this shit, all right? Look.
XSV versus EXE.exe.
Yeah, Mohawk and Zeri Shelby, the famous goat of Blue Water Draft, Zeri Shelby, who I pleasantly had to have on my team last season.
And they're here tonight. Let me take a look.
And then that is against EXE, which is Raikou. So neither of these people part of the union, both anti-union, in fact.
Yes.
One can't read and the other is evil. So I'm rooting for both of their demise.
Oh,
right now.
Server shuts down. I think realistically, like, even if we aren't, even if both teams are evil, does EXE even, like, have, like, a ghost of a chance here? I feel like this is pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, it's...
The one chance is that Zeri Shelby. Hold on, I have to check something really quick. Someone keep talking. Hold on, I have to go check my DMs with Zeri Shelby.
Yeah, I don't see anything in the any sub requests for Zeri Shelby.
Okay, the one possibility is that Zeri Shelby gets called back home to Iran and has to because he is Iranian. This is a fun fact. Israel strikes in the middle of the game. Israel strikes Zeri Shelby's house. If that occurs, then they're back in the game. Otherwise, no.
Okay. All right. I guess that's the win condition. I don't like that win condition, actually.
It's a
anyone else? Anyone else believe in any part of EXE?
No. XSB Draft has Chief. I recently got to play with Chief in, was it Mythical? Risen Mythical?
Chief is very good.
GOAT. He's the GOAT, bro. He made my life so easy. I wish he was on.
Chief's teammates and friends that we both played on XSV together just last split. Yeah, I mean, the other team doesn't stand a chance. Like, it's not fair at all. But I will say, Chief might crash out because Mohawk glazes that guy so hard, HR needs to hear about it. So, yeah.
All right, another HR risk proposed on stream. This is great news. Okay, last game of Sapphire, we have Forest Giants up against Goated. Both teams kind of in the trenches. Goated are 0-3, Forest Giants 1-2. Goated have some truly heinous players, but the Forest Giants also have some pretty heinous players, so I don't know.
We call this coughing baby versus coughing baby. Neither team is going to win here. It probably is Goated. Caliburn is a functional player.
Functional.
That's the only functional player I think on either team here.
Yeah, well, they got Dazzly. That's my GOAT. Love that guy.
Yeah, you know what? I said last week I do like Dazzly. And Soul Reaver. I played with Soul Reaver in the past on the Forest Giants captain Soul Reaver. Played with them in the past. do have, I don't dislike this player. They are also, I would not say, the best. They were, at the time at
Flat
least.
2 peaker, by the way.
Yeah, they were definitely on the level of me in the jungle, which is not optimistic. No disrespect. But that's okay. Maybe the Goated finally get their first win this week. I do think this is their best chance of getting a win.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, for sure.
So, good luck to them. All right, in Ruby we have an FF.
Oh, that was
we
week 2. That was week 2. Wait, which week? I'm sorry. We have a second FF.
Yep.
Let me explain the behind the scenes here. So Becky's referring to the Mongols versus Kimchi, which is an FF on Kimchi's side, so the Mongols win that. You're referring to that, right, Becky?
Yes.
They also, what was scheduled to happen was a doubleheader tonight between what was week 2, now moved to today at 5 p.m. between Kimchi Poros. And I sent Kimchi, or Miko, their captain, 5 messages past 3:30. Every single one gets egoed until 5:15 when he goes, sorry, it seems like we're FFing. I should have let you know at 4. And then he immediately also FFs for the other game at 8 p.m. tonight, and I think that team is disbanded. Have fun.
Oh, they're just banded?
Very likely.
They're very gone.
They just hate each other?
Once they lost 2 games, they immediately said nuh-uh and quit.
Why does it say 0-2 instead of 0-3?
It should be 0-4.
It should be 0-4, and the standings haven't been updated. That's why.
Okay.
Wait, does that mean we get a free win? We play them next week.
Yeah, you get a free win.
Congratulations!
Whoa! Guaranteed W! Let's go!
Not gonna go winless.
Not gonna go
Tom
winless.
is gonna get a win, and that also means with our new playoff rules, I think you're guaranteed to make it to Gauntlet.
Wait,
so you're
no,
guaranteed
wait a minute.
Yeah.
I thought we were
it's
done.
'cause It's 4th and 5th have to fight for a gauntlet spot, so you'll be battling another team. Think about it. The win condition now is you gotta hold together. You gotta hold the line and hope the other team also mental booms.
All right, it's time to play my best League of Legends. I gotta go cracked.
Okay, all right. We do have the predictions here for Sapphire. You can see them here.
Oh, I can.
As we were going through them, here they are. Beautiful stuff.
That's Ruby, by the way, not Sapphire. Or no.
Yes. No,
You're
it's
right.
Sapphire.
It is Sapphire. I was wrong this time.
All right.
We got it backwards. This time, Sapphire is the worst players, instead of the other way. Now it's the it's every other team.
Yeah, it's very strange. So let's keep talking about Ruby. The Kimchi Poros, may they rest in piss, forever miss.
Amen.
Next we have Skibbity Skeletons versus Scooter Shooters. This is gonna be the Thunderdome match.
The one game that matters.
The only game that matters. It's this one.
This is the unstoppable force means immovable object. This is my team versus Ida's team. My team is now technically 3-0, 6-0, and their team is also 3-0 but 6-1, and they dropped the game to the now disbanded Kimchi Poros. Everyone expects it to be very close, but Skeletons to win. Wrong.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Just is.
Oh, okay.
I feel like if I'm looking at these two rosters and looking at these players, I feel like theoretically the Skibbity Skeletons have like a higher ceiling, but I also have seen almost every player on the Skibbity Skeletons absolutely shit the bed in ways you've never believed.
We gotta factor in this roster here. Okay, so their roster has Mitch top. Fine, but he's Mitch. Like, he could run it down. Ida, he's good. I can't deny. Ida's pretty good. Chelsea, she's off-rolled. Like, I obviously, conflict of interest. I can't hate her on it too much. She is an off-rolled. This is her like, third or fourth best role.
Mm-hmm.
Florigata. It's a smaller one trick, who I also don't think can play smaller. And then we have Toad, who will be the first to admit that she's washed. Versus Slappy, who... Don't sleep on Slappy, alright? I thought he was gonna be terrible. And then he started playing. And now, as long as he doesn't fight Tom Kench, he's actually kind of good. My ADC, Mercurial Mars, long-time Blue Otter draft player, he is tolerable. Valka, my team's tolerable. We have a chance. It's fine.
I'm hearing a very wonderful endorsement of my team is tolerable. This is great news.
Well, my team, you know, my chuds are less fun to deal with, but once we get in, we're fine. Do not look at the last 2 flex matches we played. It's fine.
Okay.
Spartan definitely didn't die 22 times.
Just getting it out of the way. Think about it.
Yep.
Sorry, 19.
Better out than in.
So true. So true. If we're thinking about predictions here, is there like a split? Do either you Tom or you Hetzteam, do you believe in the scooter shooters?
After
I
they clapped
think
us,
it's a
100%.
I mean,
Okay.
we smoked Tom so hard. Like, so hard. Like, it was
I
bad.
see.
Like, it was really bad. I got a pentakill.
All right, then I gotta be the one person to go for the Skibbity Skeletons. Take the
You're not the one
easy
person.
route.
They both. Oh, let's be clear. They both
I was gonna say,
predicted
we-
the skeletons win. Actually,
Wait, hold on a second.
they're the favorites in this matchup.
All
They
right,
are the
never mind
favorites.
then. I believe I'm gonna believe in the scooter shooters because I think that we may see an appearance. This could be the appearance of Elo terrorist Cherry Coke,
True.
the one, the only.
I will say, this is also the one match where Viego might be contested in the mid lane. Because me and her
Don't
are
say
both
that.
Viego mid players. It's a
you're-
contested mid lane pick.
You're correct, and I don't like that.
Me
Dude,
neither.
the mid Viego's insane.
All right, finally, the Thunderdome matchup: Shadow Collective versus the People's Champion, the TurnUp Squad. TurnUp Squad, sell me on your team not losing.
You might have to sell me on my team not losing, but that's okay.
Guys,
Yeah,
I'm
let
back.
her team cook. Let her team cook. He's back.
I was
He,
absent for
for
a
his
week. I was at the gala. I had to put my suit on and eat good food and hang out and party. But I'm back. I've been grinding hard. I made D4 for the first time ever after playing the league for 15 years. I'm in the zone right now. I'm gonna carry you guys on my back like a mother carries water in Sub-Saharan Africa.
Beautiful. It's a
If I
beautiful
have
poetry.
moment.
If I have to.
Poetry, man.
Hopefully I don't
Uh,
have to. But if I have
the-
to, I will.
The sentiment is very lovely. So I actually don't think Shadow Collective is an amazing team, just looking at the players that they have.
They have
If
two
you
subs
look at
this
the
week
clip
too.
I just posted in general
If
chat,
you-
I also agree.
Here's the reality situation. Reality. Oh my god, I can't even speak right now. We fought the Skibbity Skeletons. They're undefeated right now, and it says 6-1, and it says for us 6-0-6, right? But many of those battles were close that we lost.
Team,
So-
I drafted that. I casted that match, as you might know, if you can't tell by the clip here as well on my stream. No,
We were close.
What do you mean, no?
We
no.
were close.
No.
At least one match we were close with the Skibbities.
I mean,
The
look
second
at the
match
clip.
is not
Look
close.
at the clip I just sent in chat if you want to know what I think about that.
What chat?
In staff general.
Draft general.
This is Shadow Collective versus Skibbity, so yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said, Tom.
All
I
right.
got confused.
But I'm talking about us, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm talking about.
Oh, TurnUp. Yeah, I don't. I also think your team is bad. Wait, what team? Wait, what game did you almost get a point off of?
The first game we played, it was close.
yeah.
Against who?
Against Skibbity
That was
Skeleton.
Chelsea's pentakill game.
Yeah, you mean when she got a penta?
Hey, hot team
Every
was
team has
cooking on the
been farming
NASAs.
pentas
I was
against
going
you.
crazy on that.
I got a penta. She
Yeah,
got a penta. You guys are the
it
penta
felt
team.
close to you because you were the only player who had like a hope in their eyes. I'm
Exactly.
looking at the rest of the board and I'm seeing like, oh, okay, so we were all suffering. We got no objectives. This is great news.
But that was us at our worst. We had no synergy. Just started. Imagine us now.
Yeah, things have gotten better, right?
Smile.
It's not all that bad.
Is it not all that bad?
I
It's
believe that you will take a game tonight.
A game.
Chelsea,
Wow.
let's be clear. Chelsea, that game was 23-2 on Varus mid lane. That's the game they thought was close. By the way.
It was close because we had Hot Team the Dream. That's why.
And now, back again this week, it's going to be a close one for sure.
Chelsea literally had more kills than your entire team combined and then add 7.
I'm going to... Look, I believe in TurnUp Squad 2-1.
All I know is now I understand
My goat.
when somebody said turn up Tom into the draft. I understand it now.
I've never been in a draft league before. I was just like, all right, I'm just going to pick people. Cool.
I didn't understand what they meant. I was like, oh. I was the last picked, by the way. Oh my god. We got this
Best
though.
player on their team. It's crazy.
All right,
I'm the worst AD carry in the draft league. It's crazy.
It's
Watch,
all
Wizard
right.
here.
Well, we're going to see both of you on the Rift tonight on the stream. Don't let me down. I believe in you.
Lovely.
I got you.
And also don't watch the stream. I may say mean things. Don't. It's okay.
I'll watch the aftermath, not during.
I just want everyone to remember, instead of watching the Scooter Shooter Skibbity Skeleton games, they decided to stream this game, by the way. This was a conscious choice by Mr. Lean, and everyone should remind Mr. Lean what a bad choice he made.
The fans want to see Hatim the Dream. What can I say?
The fans don't know who you are.
Wait, why are we watching this game?
I don't know.
Well, we're gonna watch it anyways.
Watch this.
And it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be premium content. If nothing else, I think that the TurnUp Squad will deliver some premium draft league content that we love and expect to see here. Any closing thoughts? Any closing comments before I let y'all go to your teams?
Edaconic just texted me. I can't say that out loud.
Oh.
He said, "Cat in Tel Aviv, shalom. My name is," and I can't say the last word he added.
Oh. Thank you, Edaconic, for the contribution. Tom, what anything that you'd like to say before you go?
Please wish us luck. We need it.
Hatim?
Thanks for having me on. Thanks for having us on. And I'm very excited. I'm pumped up. Let's get this dub.
All righty.
Glory to the Union.
Glory to the
True.
Union. Down with Team Griddle. Down with the XSV Sharks. The Union will survive. So I wish the three of you the best of luck tonight in your games, and we're gonna go ahead and move on. Go to our break screen, and when we are back, we'll be in on the draft for game 1 of the series for tonight between Shadow Collective and the People's Champion TurnUp Squad. See you then. Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of the Blue Otter Draft League. I am Becky Rita, and I am currently all alone as my co-caster is making their way here right now, which is all right, but, you know, you're going to be stuck with me for just a little while. I will do my best to hold the fort, as it were. We've got a real humdinger of a match tonight between the TurnUp squad, captained by the People's Champion TurnUp Tom, up against Shadow Collective. Nobody believes in the TurnUp squad right now, as they are not winning any games, but just because you aren't winning games doesn't mean you cannot win games. So it is an ideal time for the TurnUp squad to really turn it up, as it were. Sorry. So let's start by just taking a look at some of these draft choices we've got in front of us currently. Bands, TurnUp squad doing quite a bit targeting Shadow Collective, hitting the Singed there.
Heyo.
Singed, always a specialty pick, and there it is, and there's Rain. This is great news. I'm no longer on my own.
Did not know.
Darius, Syndra, and Vi all banned for by Shadow Collective, trying to just keep those champions in control here. The Smolder B1 for the TurnUp squad. That is a bold pick. They are looking for a big game-deciding selection. They're going to believe in Smolder. They're going to believe in the one, the only TurnUp Tom to turn it up again, as it were.
Dude, what did I just walk into? Smolder B1, immediately we go Wukong Nautilus. Yeah, that's gonna be fun to play into.
You walked into gaming. Welcome. I hope you appreciate.
Okay, what are we? All right, we are expecting the game to not go under 45 minutes, apparently.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. This is B1, B2.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
Draft is back, baby. No. No.
Yes,
No way.
yes,
No.
yes.
No,
We're
please.
gonna be here all night.
No.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my god. What are we
Yes.
doing? I don't know. We're
Beautiful.
seeing Nasus Smolder locked in, and we're like, ah yes, classic answer, Aurelian Soul. We're not punishing any of this scaling. We are just matching.
Yeah, this is book right here. This is
Oh boy.
this is expected. This is the classic response to the Nasus Smolder is the Aurelian Soul.
Man, this is certainly gameplay right here. This is a game of League of Legends.
One of several, actually, which is insane that there's more than one. So we're gonna see what Shadow Collective. I think you should ban more scaling options. Get Veigar off the board. You know, don't want to give them that.
Yeah.
Take away Sona, maybe. That's a scaling support.
That actually saving that for an R5 might not be the worst pick. You send the Nautilus top lane, perhaps. I mean, I've seen it. I feel like that. Oh, but then you don't get to bully the Nasus. Wait, didn't they buff the Nautilus E jungle clear?
Maybe. Yes, they did. Not jungle is not good. I'm not gonna claim that Nautilus jungle is like real. I really like it because it's the kind of bozo 0 damage champion that I like to play. But
Fake pick though. Fake pick.
yeah, no, it is definitely not real. It does. The big problem is that you actually do clear very well. And you can absolutely Roomba through the jungle, and your ganks are incredible because you're Nautilus. The big problem is that you do nothing. You do no damage. You are 100% reliant on whoever you're ganking for to do all of the damage because you provide nothing of value.
That makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. Although I wonder in competitive, like maybe obviously at a higher level, right? Like everyone needs to do everything. But I wonder if like in draft you could get some weird, funny stuff going on. Doesn't look like we're even trying though.
Oh, we got the Death Lotus with the
Hold on.
with the Inferno trigger. We're gonna be spinning a lot today.
So I can only assume we're running Galio support, Ari mid, which makes sense because we think we're punishing Asol. Is this an Aurelian Soul top lane? Right? Like, I think it is.
Well, I don't know
So
what's
we're just
happening.
we're just
I don't
not
know what's
okay.
happening.
We are just not trying to beat Nasus in this latest. We are saying, yep, you go Nasus, we go Asol top lane, buddy.
We are both gonna scale. Best of luck. Best of luck. May the stronger gamer win.
May the
I
stronger
respect
rest
that.
of the 4 team. Honestly, this is the kind of matchup where you just go, you shake hands, you farm until 25 minutes, and you say, oh boy, I sure hope my team isn't the one that's inting a dragon at 10 minutes into the game.
And then you check it 10 minutes into the game, and it's like, yeah, yep, there goes my team. All right, excellent.
These are some drafts of all time. This is...
Yeah, this is powerful stuff. Kat was wondering why we're bothering to stream this game and not a real match like the Skibbity Skeletons versus the Scooter Shooters. This is why. It's because it's pure draft league content. It is pure, absolutely insane, zero minimum IQ gaming, and that I think is what's beautiful about it.
I mean, I don't know. The watching this draft felt like an A24, like a solid art house film right here. Like it's such a roller coaster. This is the Marty Supreme of Draft League right here.
Mm-hmm. Who do you believe in? Wait, who has the greater aura in this match?
Belief is a very strong word to use in this situation. I don't know if I'd say the word believe, but I am significantly more entertained by Shadow Collective right now. Mostly because of the Katarina. Watching Katarina is always fun because no matter what happens, it is an absolute insane thing to watch go down.
I would agree. However, I think this is Hateem Tom's best shot at absolutely going sicko mode crazy. We're gonna see like a 13, 2, and 17 Nasus this game, taking every single tower. That's what I believe is gonna happen. Now, is it going to happen? No, but could be funny. So that's what matters, I think, personally.
Yep. And apparently, has the game started? Are we going right into game? Are we?
Oh, that would be insane.
I just got a message the game started, so I either
all right,
we're going.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go to a break, jump into a game pretty quick. So we'll be right back very quickly. See you then. And welcome everybody here onto the Rift for game 1 of our series between TurnUp Squad and Shadow Collective. Now that the dust has settled, we do in fact see an Asol handshake top lane and a Katarina in the mid lane. I believe Katarina named Katarina. I believe this might be the sub that Shadow Collective has today. So I do wonder why I guess we just we believe in the power of Katarina being kind of not a great champion, and that we don't need to worry about the one trick here. Anything of note right now, you think?
Putting your sub mid on Katarina is absolutely insane, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Like that's such confidence. You just bring in a ringer and you say, "Yep, you're on Cat, bud. Good luck. Don't throw the game for us."
Hey, you know, if
Hey,
it works,
if it works, it works.
The only question then will be if it works, and currently it's looking all right. Maybe not amazing, but Ari's not the most fun person to lane into, and top lane is going to be Farm City. It's we're never going to see this lane. It's never going to actually like show up substantially. Oh, we have Banana Man.
Banana Man. It's the Banana Man. Katarina going in. Pinaholic flashes early. Banana Man goes in. Katarina with the jump. And it's the sub picking up first blood. 2 stacks on the Dark Seal. The confidence is already beaming. No sums for that Katarina in the mid lane is going to be vulnerable. But honestly, once you get that Dark Seal, getting that first blood back, now going to be able to push in the wave. Has to do it quickly to make sure that Katarina doesn't get the TP advantage in time. But that's a really, really nice start if you're the Katarina in this matchup.
Oh. Yeah, 100%. Katarina is one of the most snowbally champions, so just getting the opportunity to have the Katarina get something early is going to pay dividends later in the game. Especially because, you know, if we can kind of let this bot lane push out a little bit, Katarina is so great at double killing bot lanes. Everybody knows the old rule of, you know, if you're beating your Katarina lane opponent in the mid lane, she goes bot lane, gets a double kill, and then that's
GG,
the
well
end of the
played,
game
buddy.
for you. Yeah, yep. Should have played better.
Question mark ping, an ally has been slain, enemy double kill, and you just sigh, and you go, alright, we go next.
Huh? Yeah, minus 17 LP. Alright. Thank you, Riot. Yes. Beautiful stuff.
I will say, at least in competitive... Ooh, I'll pause myself for a little bit of an Amumu gang. Hug Life going in, landing the second as well. The charm comes through. Ari with the Q, and it's Katarina getting traded back. Unfortunately, not quite able to get out of that one. But, yeah, was to be expected at some point. A Katarina with sums down and no wave is a pretty easy target. Honestly, I think the bigger mistake is Hug for Life not being forced to flash there. I think that really is going to sting, especially come to these bot ganks, these early fights with the Dragon up in a minute. This bot lane wants to fight, right? You have the Samira, you have the Nautilus, you have this Wukong that wants to play, and your Katarina being no sums coming into that is going to be rough. It means the rotations are going to have to be a lot more careful. And like I was saying earlier, when it comes to competitive, Katarina's strength isn't actually in those sort of 5v5 team fights. It's very easy to focus her down. Obviously, you have the taunt, the charm, the Amumu stun. It can be very difficult. Her massive strength is in those 3v3s and 2v2s, right? Those small fights where the AoE still gets a lot of value, but that you don't have the risk of being immediately targeted down in one shot. So I expect to see Katarina really ramping up towards these grub fights, these early dragon fights, to probably be at her strongest.
Taunt.
Careful, Lambo going back in though. Such confidence, but it doesn't matter. Getting picked up, and Revenstorm is out. TurnUp Tom now chasing down Adam, who does have the flash to get out to safety and won't even need it. Lands the dredge line on the tower to get out, even though TurnUp Tom blows that exhaust. Still though, Lambo very aggressive there, thinking that he could kill Revan, I assume, and then just get the Triumph proc, try and heal up, go back in. You have a lot of options. Unfortunately, just a case of a little bit too greedy and not quite having the damage.
Yeah, Samira is one of those champions that you kind of just have to accept you're going to play on a knife's edge the entire game, where you just kind of hope that you will outplay your opponent. You simply imbibe the worm juice and decide that you're the better player. And, you know, sometimes it doesn't pan out. Speaking of, this is going to be a dead Katarina as Hug Life walks in, stuns that up, takes that down, and the Katarina one trick after that first blood has now started to struggle a little bit here.
Yeah, and that's the issue.
The Amumu target.
Massive early target, right? You don't have the Shunpo to back to wave to safety. Adam now in quite a bit of danger. Beautiful W from the Samira. Unfortunately, it's not enough as Adam goes down first. Banana Man comes in to back up and make sure that they can't chase Lambo under tower. It was a nice attempt. Unfortunately, the taunt, the damage was just a little bit too much, and Adam's getting taken down. It's actually going to be the TurnUp squad that ends up taking control of the early game. Smolder's doing really well, matching farm exactly, has the call going. The Galio already a kill up, starting to snowball. The Ari with no kills, but a lot of assists, and a 3-0 Amumu that is currently just running over this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's the Amumus guarantee, is if you can find good angles for your bandage tosses, his lockdown is incredible. You know, he sets up so well for every champion in the game. That's why you pick the Amumu. In the top lane, though, Hatim, ooh, oh no. Pino,
oh, no.
Pino,
no,
are you gonna do it? No!
We canceled it early! That is so tragic. And now it's Azul with no flash. Also a very easy target for the Samumu. And Nasus being able to get out of there. Well, I'm going to say untouched. He was almost dead. But being able to get out with his life is very important. TPing back to catch the wave is a massive deal.
Yeah, so we'll have to kind of see if that ends up making much of a difference, if they can send somebody up here to target this gamer and make their lives a little bit more miserable. For the time being, though, it doesn't seem to be amounting to that much, as we do have kind of looking around here. We have the collapse on to the Grubbins by the side of Shadow Collective, so they'll be picking that one up. The first Drake did go over to the TurnUp squad, so that is kind of a trade of those those first objectives you often see in general, you know, just trading safely those objectives because it's not really necessarily worth throwing your life away unless you're in a good spot to try and skirmish. And I don't think TurnUp Tom was necessarily in a great position because you're kind of relying on your Nasus to team fight, and that is not real. It's not real. The Nasus does not do that. So
yeah, that's not you don't want your Nasus to be in fights until at bare minimum 15 minutes when you get your first item and your sufficient stacks. Probably not closer to 20, honestly. More towards like a Herald fight or something. So it's pretty rough. Ult in though from Revenstorm just to keep the kiting off. Ooh. Big taunt onto 2, gonna keep him off. VF Lambo though has to be very careful as he dodges the Q, goes in and picks up the kill. Nice style points there from Lambo, especially having to use the barrier. You know, not the greatest, but you still get that kill. You get a lot of power, and you're gonna be able to get back and I think get a collector with that extra gold, which is gonna be a really nice pickup for this bot lane, and hopefully going to be able to fight a lot easier now.
Yeah, spun Mom away, and Katarina has now been solo killed. Uh-oh. All right, guys. This is I guess this is why you didn't ban the Katarina. As it turns out, Katarina not a good champion for coordinated play for many reasons, and now at this point it's just kind of able to bully here.
Ooh,
Speaking of
nice
bullying,
stun from Hug Life.
Yeah, Hatim taking up the first kill in the top lane, ending the ceasefire up in top lane. I suspect we will see no more combat, but we can pretend that there will be combat.
Yeah, we can.
So,
Not a whole lot
Right
going on
now-
right now. After the oh, I say that.
Ooh.
Pine immediately
Oh.
flashing forward for the charm. Doesn't have the Spirit Rush quite yet, but is going to be able to get it up soon. Fortunately, Katarina just going to Shunpo back to the wave. Very aggressive charm there for a full HP Katarina when we're building Merc Treads first. So, not quite able to pick up the kill. A lot of pressure, though, going to be able to put onto that Katarina, who does have the flash and has to be careful. And now you can see Banana Man over the wall. The charm misses, trying to get the Spirit Rush to go out. Banana Man keeps going forward, but after Hug Life shows up out of that bush, TurnUp Squad realize they do not want any more smoke and are just going to back off here.
no reason to take any extra risks where it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Currently 30 seconds off from the next Drake. It looks like the TurnUp Squad will be in a better position for it. The Amumu's already there, the Ari's already there, and the rest of the Shadow Collective are kind of just still waiting to find their items, waiting to find their opportunities. Katarina still nowhere near that Gunblade. Weird to say that after so long. Katarina building Gunblade again after all these years. Speaking of another dead gamer, never mind. The floodgates have opened in top lane and in mid lane, and now these solo laners for the TurnUp Squad are absolutely on fire this game. Totally dominating their lane opponents as the dragon will fall, and it's all turn up.
Bars.
Awesome.
Going pretty well right now. You really can't complain at this stage in the game. You're still doing really well. You're getting a lot done, and I think it's quite difficult right now to really be looking at this team and saying, yeah, Shadow Collective's out of it. It's done. TurnUp Squad's doing really well, but Shadow Collective have come back from more insane games in the past. That being said, their macro today just doesn't look how it usually is, right? They're really struggling. They're getting picked off here and there, even in the team fights. Well, I say that immediately they get another kill for their mid laner. Traded out for Pino, though, so it's just a 1-for-1 right now. But still, the 4-0 Amumu, the Nasus coming out of lane up CS, and 2-0-1 is an absolutely massive play. The Ahri might not be doing as hot, but, you know, getting that Malignance, getting that extra, that boots upgrade to be tankier, not going to matter as much. You're still very, very strong, and I'm not that worried that they'll be able to, I'm not worried that they won't be able to make it out of it. It's just, it's difficult, right? Obviously, the Smolder scaling, the Nasus is coming out of lane on top. We already talked about the Mumu. Everyone's good. And this is a very early game bot side draft from Shadow Collective. You can see they're already struggling to get a lot of damage into Revan, who's just tanking everything, getting the taunts up, and getting positive trades in almost 2v1 scenario.
Yeah, a lot of big trades coming out for Revan. A lot of big trades coming out for so many of these players right now. We're gonna see another trade.
Yep, we'll see it happening. Big Mom, VFT Lambo unfortunately not gonna be able to get the Mom early enough. They go in though. TurnUp Tom picks up the kill. Huge shield. The Galio knock up. Revan Storm gets one. Adam shortly going down thereafter, as it's a kill for Team The Dream, who TPs in to pick it up. And a 1-for-3 fight, absolutely massive for TurnUp Squad here, who have just been really killing the early game. Even now, you can see engaging here. Pineaholic does not care. Gonna go out with Spirit Rush. Gonna pop back in, getting some more positive trades. Gonna keep dashing. Unfortunately, missing the charm. Not quite gonna be able to kill the unnamed sub at this point. We got the Katarina up in here. And it looks like, you know, Pito that whole time just gonna shove wave, try and get some more Stardust stacks, and get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
I think just
gonna
like poke
try
the entire time with their allies.
Yeah, gonna try and get out of there.
Fine.
We'll just
Pine misses another charm. Oh, that could be doom. Katarina
no.
going in. Banana Man's here as well to try and get the pickup. Has to be careful on the Q2, but he'll be able to avoid it. And one last auto picks up another kill. Ari, not having a great game though. Hug Life flash forward though. The E gonna land that Q2. Now Banana Man is gonna try and get a fight, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough without the Cyclone. Hug Life just gonna be able to pick up the kill and walk himself out of there with his team coming in for backup.
Gonna just be able to mosey on out of that one. Staying alive right now. Okay, Adam will be standing up a little bit aggressively there. The mid lane trades, Katarina getting another one on the board. That's very good for the Cat, who is definitely kind of struggling in this, as we transition here into the mid game. Has the Gunblade now. Meanwhile, the Ahri has completed that Malignance. And you see some AP coming in, some MR actually coming in kind of across the board here. Not really super threatened by the bot lane Samira currently. We'll see if Lando can bring something to the table, but currently on their lonesome as Adam is rotating for some reason. The Herald has been picked up. That's in Hatim's pocket right now, as the team overall still looking okay, feeling okay for themselves. TurnUp squad definitely still in a commanding position. We have a gank being set up here in the bot lane, and Mumu knows it's, or was going down, but is stopped at the Raptors here, so we'll see how it pans out.
Unfortunately, getting stopped at Raptors is going to be pretty bad. Lambo does get killed, but that's all they're going to get. It was a nice dive setup if the Mumu here could be even more. A good taunt, though, from the Galio. Can be able to knock up TurnUp Tom. Hug Life does have that ultimate if they're able to get it, but it doesn't look like they're wanting to commit to this dive with the Dragon up in 4 seconds. TurnUp Tom, though, gets hit with the hook. Might be able to go down here. They will be managed to get the... Oh, no, they don't manage to get the pick. This stream is lagging out for me. I don't know if I'm the only one.
Yeah, no, it's lagging pretty badly for
it's a bit difficult to tell what's going on. I thought for sure that hook was going to absolutely annihilate a small little dragon. But it did not. Managed to live. Lambo heading back now. TurnUp Tom is quite low, and that's the main carry. But the frontliners are super healthy right now. Adam going to go in, trying to land something more. Lambo going to keep trying to fire, build up those style points, but it's Adam that goes down first. Banana Man might be short to follow as Hug Life comes in, jumps, gets a 3-man ultimate, and it's Lambo now charged up with style. Unfortunately, the jungler's down as well. Lambo finally going in, managing to pick up one. TurnUp Tom has to be careful. The burial will just keep him alive for a little bit longer, but it's not going to be enough as a team.
Nasus has arrived.
Has
He's
finally
huge.
joined the fight.
He's huge.
A double kill. One more Q. Can we get some more?
Holy,
it is 2 kills. Pino getting run down under tower.
Holy.
It is a triple kill for the Nasus, who is now 6-0-1. Absolutely huge in this game, and it is an ace for the TurnUp squad. A dragon, a tower, and anything else they could ever want with an almost 8,000 gold lead.
Turn up, baby, right there. That is what you like to see. The TurnUp squad absolutely dominating in that bot side fight, especially a team, the dream, the superhero that the TurnUp squad has been waiting for to return. Couple weeks out, this player wasn't able to play, and the subs just not up to snuff. And now, with the dream top laner in the pocket here, we're starting to see what this TurnUp squad is really capable of, and they are capable of so much more.
Yeah, jumping in onto Adam, who looks like he's going to go down here. Fortunately, Katarina not quite able to make it out as the charm hits. Nope, going to be able to use the Shunpo. Does make it out. Pine taking another tower shot, though, has to be very careful. But TurnUp Tom and Revenstorm tagging out the pressure in the mid lane. They want that tower, and they're going to get it. And it is just so hard to engage onto the Smolder when you know every time it's just going to be met with a giant Galio taunt, a dead man's plate slow, an exhaust, and it is absolutely impossible. TurnUp Tom, you can see, doesn't even need the kills. 2-1-9 on this Smolder right now. Just holding in there, stacking up. And I'm actually a bit curious to see how many stacks we have on some of our champions here. If we want to go down the line and just see, we have 3 in the game.
Yeah, let's take a look. I'd like to see where Nasus is at. If we could get a click onto the Nasus champion.
All right, maybe not right now. Maybe we're saving it for later. Right now we have to see some clear. We have to see the pressure going on to mid right now, which is a lot. It's bringing all 4 members Shadow Collective having to hover at bare minimum, knowing just how fast that sieging potential can go.
Okay, so 3 Drakes for the TurnUp squad. The only thing the Shadow Collective have collected are 3 Grubbins in their pocket, which is really kind of just feeling like pocket change at this point. You know, just for the emotional support Grubbins, not really amounting to a whole lot else. Otherwise, kind of just still waiting to see if Shadow Collective can reach that late game point. They do have the A-Soul, but the A-Soul is so critically far behind, and he's going to be having to try and win condition against a team that has 2 win conditions that are already online, relatively speaking. So it is a very difficult ask for I think it's just kind of an extremely difficult ask for this A-Soul to try and single-handedly win the game.
Hey,
Is
there
not
could be some
impossible.
there could be some big comets, big skies descend. You know, don't sleep on it. That being said, yeah, we have rallies. We a fully stacked tier and no second item, and now Hug Life. You know, thought he was getting jumped. It's actually him doing the jumping, as Katarina gets taken down once again. 2 and 6 now. Not quite as great as they were hoping it's going to be. Now, especially the meteor comes down just to stop a team from diving you at full HP is not a great situation to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Even more so, sort of realizing just how strong that lane pressure was, the team rushed the Iceborne Gauntlet, which is an armor item.
Well,
Into
he rushed
Katarina and
Spirit
Ace.
Message.
Oh, he did? Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, did he get the Sheen first and then...
Yeah, he got the Sheen
Okay,
first.
okay,
and then he
that makes a
finished
bit more
Visage.
sense. I thought he was rushing into that. Either way, I'm talking about the game... Or sorry, I'm talking about the items. Game's going forward, and it's another 3-man pickup for TurnUp squad. Now 23 and 6 on this game. 10,000 gold difference in 22 minutes. We're going to see a 23-minute Baron. Soul Point already locked in. So unless Pino can do some absolute miracle work here, which it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do, it's going to be TurnUp squad picking up the Baron, extending that lead another 11,000 gold difference. Dragon Soul up in 1:45. I mean, I don't even know what Shadow Collective's supposed to do here, right? Their entire way clear, their entire way of holding on is Pino, who, if we're lucky, might be able to pick up, you know, the, Blackfire Torch? The Leandries?
Yeah.
The Leandries?
Maybe.
That's your hope, is slowly burning down the wave. We got it, but honestly, is it going to be enough? I'm kind of doubtful.
Yeah, you also have to consider that this entire time, you know, that they're kind of, you know, that they're this gamer, this A-Soul is burning this wave. Like it's not like Smolder has stopped scaling. It's not like Nasus has stopped scaling. They're waiting for their win condition against a team that already has found theirs, and it's going to be a very difficult ask. And I think the Amumu here having 10 kills is just extremely funny. But you know, it's all right, because really the Amumu needs the gold. He doesn't scale. He doesn't get the free numbers. A-Soul and Smolder Nasus and Smolder, they do get the free numbers. So all I'm saying, I think it was smart to give all the kills to the Amumu. It's a big game right here. It's a big value.
Yeah, and right now it's difficult. Obviously, they've already found the Nasus. They have the Amumu. You know, Smolder's getting pretty damn big at this point, and it's just like, yeah, your A-Soul is your win condition. You scale that, sure, but what else do you do? Because the Smolder and the Nasus are doing the exact same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last time I checked, 1 + 1 = 2, and that's bigger than 1. You know, I'm doing some quick kindergarten math right here.
Yeah, some people may disagree that those numbers do add up the way you say they do, but unfortunately, no, it's the truth. It's the truth. I hate to say it, but those numbers do in fact not look good for the Shadow Collective team. 4 Drakes, Elder now cooking. We got 5 minutes, 30 seconds till that. Smudler does have the Elder buff on themselves at 25 minutes.
I will say,
So
the Elder Dragon is like, we're getting that and we're ending the game, right? Like, if by some miracle TurnUp squad can't end in the next 5 minutes, the Elder Dragon is almost certainly going to do them in.
You would hope. You would hope.
I would hope. I would hope. I would very much hope. If this game somehow makes it to an hour, I will be very, very surprised.
Yeah, if
say that knocking
Tom,
on wood.
If TurnUp Tom cannot find a way to win the game, I will be extremely disappointed and extremely sad. Like, this has to be the biggest, easiest win you can come upon here, as Adam will try and defend the Raptors, and they may have found an opportunity as Smudler is over the wall and he's gone.
Yeah.
Can't get onto him. Ooh, okay, we got a flank.
Flank from the Ari. Big damage coming through. It's going to be Hug Life picking up another kill as Hatim
TP from
finally
Hatim.
coming in. Didn't even need to TP. He just walked on over. Finaholic going to be able to chase down Adam. The W actually going towards the red buff instead, unfortunately. Hatim, they're going to try and chase down maybe a little bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough. And honestly, at that point, if you couldn't even kill TurnUp Tom, who didn't even use the exhaust in that situation, I think it's kind of cooked.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, that was, I think, the best opportunity that they had to kill TurnUp Tom. They hit everything they needed to. They layered everything they needed to, and it just still wasn't enough. So at this point, I think Shadow Collective got to look to the next game. Your sub Katarina one trick named Katarina, unless that's just like a bug where for some reason the Katarina doesn't get their name in the lobby for whatever reason.
I think it's the streamer mode thing.
Which
is weird that it still applies to custom spectators, but that's about what I can imagine. That's a Riot Games special right there.
A spectator bug? It's more likely than you think.
Could be.
Believe it or not.
I feel like both are the Riot
bugs.
Games special.
Yeah, you gotta. It's a small independent company. Can't get mad. They are
Adam.
they're doing everything they can.
I just watched an Empowered Skies Descend and almost full E Aurelian Q hit Hatim, who was already back at full health.
Yeah, it was like hitting a squeaky toy. Just beautiful stuff all around, I think.
Dude, this guy walked up, tanked 3 shower shots, and healed all of it with the Q that he hit onto Payafino. This is
yeah. The game is over. We did it, everyone.
Possibly. We're keeping in.
Lambo died, and the game is now being ended. And I think we can move on.
Yeah, I mean, we have teams that actually know how to end games here. 28 minutes
in draft.
In draft league. I'm not used to this. Are you?
It's not likely. So actually, as predicted, the TurnUp squad have at least won 1 game tonight. I never doubted them, and I don't know if I doubt them going into game 2 after a performance like that. They looked very good. Now, is it because they got all the champions they wanted, or are they actually a legitimately good team who's just been getting some unlucky situations throughout the other weeks? Who knows? What do you think?
Honestly, if Shadow Collective don't have a better showing in game 2, or at least a smarter draft, I think we're getting out of here early tonight. TurnUp squad absolutely rolling over game 1. And it didn't really look like Shadow Collective had a lot of fight in them past about minute 10. You know, they found some counter ganks they tried, but after that point, every pick, every potential that they had to dive, even onto the Smolder, who... we had Smolder getting out with just an E, no ult, no sums, no nothing, after getting jumped by 3 people and the team arriving late. And at that point, if you're not getting your picks in that scenario, when are you getting your picks, right? And the answer is you're not, as we saw from the rest of the game. So I think Shadow
Yeah.
Collective is going to have to go back to the drawing board on that next draft, which
Yeah.
thankfully for Fearless means they can do. They will have some new options, some new things, but TurnUp Squad will have more chances at another Unite draft, similar to the one we just saw.
Yeah, we'll see what our teams have cooking, if we're gonna see something spicy in game 2, or if we're gonna see kind of something maybe a little more standard. I sure hope not. We're gonna go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll be in on the draft, so we'll see you then. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another game. We are in for our second game of the night between TurnUp squad and Shadow Collective. The TurnUp squad absolutely delivered in Game 1 with a very dominating performance, and now Shadow Collective are going to have to go back to the drawing board, see what they can pull out here. We saw the Acel and the Katarina in Game 1, so there's certainly some ambitious picks in the pocket that we could potentially see develop. Whether or not that's real, you know, we'll have to kind of keep an eye on that. For the time being, though, keeping the Singed ban, not letting that get through to the enemy top laner. Don't want to play any games. Give the Singed player his wacko champion. As I imagine we're gonna see some similar ban. Oh, Rammus. Goodbye, Rammus. Apparently, we hate this turtle. Good
Alright,
night.
fully dedraft. Incoming! Incoming!
Excellent. That's a good plan, I think.
We have questions. No, but we're gonna see the Singed ban once again. The Sehen ban, also interesting. Has been quite a strong pick, especially when some of the stronger counter picks are banned out. But we'll see if we're gonna get as interesting of a B1 as we did in the last game. Zach, fairly interesting, actually. A solid flex pick from the team.
Yeah, that will be that will certainly be a flexible pick here. I got a couple of options you can do with that champion. Meanwhile, we do have the Xayah picked up, potentially. Could see a Xayah Rakan lock on R1, R2, trying to set up for a big and powerful bot lane, perhaps. No, okay, we're gonna see the J4 get locked in instead. Doesn't mean that the Rakan is absolutely out of the question, but it does raise, I suppose, a question of what support we pair with the Xayah, as should be locked here, kind of just sitting here and waiting.
Yeah, and I like the Jarvan Xayah combo. Xayah, not the most aggressive for the Jarvan, but still able to follow up on those cages very well, being able to land those feathers up and play a very strong game while still having a nice defensive game plan, and a great way to avoid the Zac engage as well. You're going to see the Ezreal locked in, and right now, a much more normal B1, B2. This draft looking a little too normal. I'm getting suspicious already.
Yeah,
we'll see what the rest of the picks. It's a little too normal.
Yeah, we're gonna turn over a rock, and there's like a Shaco underneath it. It's like, oh no, it's not this guy. Oh,
there it is.
There he is. There's. All right, turn over a rock. There's a Fizz underneath it. Not the most wacko.
Little.
I will say it does make sense if their mid laner is like a Katarina player. If their mid laner is like Fate of the World on the lines, give me Katarina. Fizz, I think, makes sense. It's that kind of Metro champion pool where you got like Fizz, Akali, melee assassins. I don't necessarily know how much Fizz is going to enjoy playing into Syndra. I feel like I wouldn't if I was Fizz in this situation, but I always assume that every player knows something that I don't when there's a pick that I don't fully understand, because it's usually what's the truth. The Rakan got banned. Interesting.
Oh no! Our Valentine's Day. You know, it's 2 weeks past Valentine's Day. You guys had your moment.
Yeah, it's time
to
get
out
of
here.
On.
I will say the Fizz makes a little more sense, especially on the Katarina players. We have some Fizz players. It's not the greatest pick, but it's also one of those things where it's like, it fits the unique style of champion enough that it makes sense. So Wayne lock-in. All right, so I assume that's either going support or top lane, which makes sense. Actually, pretty decent into the Zac, and if it's support, it can get aggressive on that Ezreal. Especially if you land the claw, you can wait for the Ezreal jump before pulling it back, and it'll still go off. The Braum ban as well, I really like. Mostly just because the champion is absolutely nuts. But if we're going double poke, it's an interesting ban. I don't know if it was 100% necessary. And the Maokai gets locked in over the Karma. Obviously, the Ezreal Karma, a pretty prominent lane. Everyone knows about it. But we are going to see the Maokai locked in. Instead, The Becky Rita special. I can already see you smiling. The evil and malice in your heart.
I love Maokai. Udyr Maokai forever. Maokai is gonna be interesting. I think if this ends up being like a Swain support, I don't know if I'm a big fan of playing Maokai into that. Just because you're very liable to get kind of shredded before you can approach, which will be something they'll have to think about at the very least. It looks like the Poppy will be locked in here. I would imagine that that's going to be the support pick over the Swain. I can't. I could be like Poppy top, but that's like not real. That can't be real. I feel like the Swain is more likely to go top lane here. Poppy support to just try and catch the Zac. Actually, a lot of good spells to catch with the Poppy Steadfast Presence. You got the Nefiri, you have the Zac, both to catch, and those are two pretty big abilities you want to be able to stop, especially if you're protecting your AD carry. So this Xayah will be very safe this game. In combination with the Featherstorm. Probably not a whole lot to worry about, so it's going to be up to the Xayah to make the most of that. Will VFD Lambo be able to have the sauce to really bring it home? That's going to, I suppose, be the question. All this protection here. We do, of course, have the Fizz as kind of the wild card here, but otherwise, both teams look relatively not too out of the box. Except, I mean, Nefiri's kind of odd, but not too weird. It's not like we're not getting too crazy with it. It's just kind of maybe a little strange. What do you think? Who's taking this game?
So obviously, I think Shadow Collective has the better draft all in all. That being said, I think with the way they were playing last game, if they don't get it together, Shadow Collective can TurnUp Squad can absolutely run them over, right? The Syndra, the Nefiri, the Ezreal, like all of these champions have a really strong ways to get in, do a ton of damage, burst people, and catch them out of position. And Shadow Collective have some of those tools, but the aggression and the communication just didn't seem to be there. So while the individual champions are nice, I think the comp together has a little bit too much coordination that Shadow Collective just haven't shown tonight, right? So if they want a chance at winning with this comp, they're really gonna have to make sure that they're talking to each other and get the communication on point. Otherwise, I think it's gonna be a pretty quick 2-0 for TurnUp Squad.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that the Fizz is funny and all, but it just it's going to require high execution, and I feel like with the Zac, Ezreal, Syndra, Maokai, like, you can forget Nefiri. Nefiri's just, like, not a factor this game. Could, like, potentially go crazy, but even just looking at the four-man squad up to the Nefiri, the TurnUp Squad have so much good stability. They've got a lot of great pressure. They have a lot of great pick potential. Just a really well-rounded composition that does tasks successfully. And I think there's plenty of protection for from the Fizz going a little weird, getting a little nasty with it. So I would certainly think that it's going to be TurnUp Squad taking it. But we could both be wrong. We'll see if we're wrong when we're in on the Rift in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody, here on to the Rift for Game 2 of our series between the Shadow Collective and the TurnUp Squad. TurnUp Squad are here to turn up another win. Will Shadow Collective be able to stop them and bring us to a Game 3 after a rather long pause? There were some client issues. A big surprise, everyone. You know, can you believe it? I can't. In any case, it looks like the Fury top is going to be what happens, and it actually is going to be that Swain support, which does kind of surprise me. I can't say I expected the Swain support, but
I feel like I kind of did, just because, like, it was either going to be the Zac or the Nefiri top lane, and I feel like both those are really good matchups for the Poppy, and I feel like Swain just, like I said earlier, like, does really good into the Ezreal, right? Like, if you land that pull, it's not like a not hook or like a blitz hook where you can like e-buffer out of it. It's like you still get hit, he can still pull you back in, and get some value off of it. So I think it's still pretty good, and it can especially still line up on the Xayah if you don't E in the right direction. So I think it's good. I think also it's a good answer to the Maokai. Just fights back pretty well. And also like the Poppy kind of just gets run down in this lane, I feel like. So I think it's a nice adaptation. Interesting to note, both supports going Ignite. We're getting aggressive here. Same with the Fizz, and it's already Hug Life coming for a bot gank here.
oh my goodness.
Maokai, and Lambo has no summoners, trying to get the
night.
roots off. Not going to be enough. Hug Life with another kill, and I'm already getting flashbacks to last game.
Keeping up the kill streak already. That's exactly what you want to see. Yeah, no, getting a little bit of flashbacks there. A great early gank. Zac, one of those champions who absolutely can gank from anywhere, do anything. And you got to be looking for opportunities as Zac. Just be ready to pull the trigger at any time. And that is a trigger pull success onto that bot lane there. Great setup. Great catch with the stretching strike. Followed up with an instant flash from the Maokai. Total rooted. No way for Lambo to escape that one. So a huge, big start going to the TurnUp squad here. Although, obviously, you know, maybe you didn't want that kill onto the Zac, but I think, you know, you got to live with it. Worked out last game. Will it work this game? We hope so. If you're a TurnUp squad, you hope that the Zac carry is real.
Yeah, and honestly, if what we saw last game from the Amumu and the whole APA tank hybrid jungler situation is more of a prophecy, then I expect much of the same. Hug Life trying to go forward. A team going back in, gonna be able to land it onto Pino. The E as well, forcing the flash out of the Poppy, who Steadfast Presence blocked a little bit, not anywhere near enough. Banana Man was luckily there to back it up. They don't go for that dive, but still a really nice trade there. Not even losing the cannon on the way back.
Taking a good trade. Always want to try and get those little advantages. Little advantages go a long way in the game we know as League of Legends. The Nefiri, I will say, I don't really know a whole lot about the Nefiri pick in terms of what exactly we get out of this, in terms of, you know, lane. I mean, lane Nefiri is where she's supposed to be. They let her jungle because it felt like she should have been a jungler from the beginning. But the Fury top, not something you always see. And I suppose the Poppy is a kind of a heads-up pick into that. You can Steadfast Presence the jump in. But I feel like Nefiri has plenty of ways to play around it if, you know, awake at the keyboard. Whether or not that makes a difference, right now it seems to be doing okay for the Nefiri. Currently a little bit up in CS. We'll see if that stays, if the advantage can be pushed further in this top lane, or if this is just kind of, you know, gonna run out pretty soon. Who knows at this point. Currently, though, the Fizz doing all right for themselves. CD Banana Man will be out of dodge. Yeah, and once again, the Fizz player, the sub, not even getting the respect of having their own name here. Ooh. Scattered
Barely,
the
not a
weak.
kill.
Nah, not good enough to scatter that weak there, unfortunately. No weak will be scattered.
Yeah, and not quite the damage early on. I wouldn't be surprised to see both mid laners going for another bit of Merc Shreds rush. Especially the Fizz, right? You're playing into the Zac and the Syndra. You know, Ezreal also does a fair bit of magic damage. I feel like it'd still be a good pickup, but we won't see that for at least a little bit. Right now, it's just going to be both teams sort of posturing, trying to get some ganks off, trying to get whatever damage they can. Obviously, the dragon is up, but no team really in a massive position to take it just yet. Sieging the tower. Adam and Lambo a little low, but nothing too crazy. Banana Man could go in on Pinaholic, who
Ooh,
might have to
okay.
flash. We'll see. The Fizz going forward, getting a lot of damage down.
It's a lot of, yeah, it's...
Oh, but it's a good trade, though. That's
Oh,
going to be
the
Hug Life
turret!
here. Way too many tower shots.
Yeah, somehow still in turret range there. Hug Life keeping Fizz under tower. I will say good trade back from Pinaholic to grab CD Banana Man on the way out. And yeah, that ends up being favorable for the side of the TurnUp squad. Although the Syndra does fall, and you know, Fizz getting a kill does open up that theoretical snowball eventually. Right now, I feel like you're absolutely fine with this if you're on the side of the TurnUp squad. Another kill for the Zac, of course. Hug Life getting all of the money needed to buy every item for themselves. And hey, honestly, again, like, Zac is actually like a tank who can make use of those items. He does have some good scaling on him, so okay, good outplay, and outplayed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
It's kind of funny to watch this.
Fizz just stole
All
red
right.
buff and flashed the wall. What? But why? Wait, but why?
Wait, no way, we're fighting in the jungle now, Fizz. Manages to land the ultimate. Banana Man tries to go in, but gets immediately chained from the knockup. It's gonna be a Hug Life with another kill, trying to go in under the spin. There's no way. There's no way.
He's getting his red buff. He's gonna get it back.
No, he makes it out. Wait. Oh my God, is Lambo gonna? Okay. Okay, we're backing up. No. No.
Right.
No. Okay.
No.
I cannot stop laughing. That is one of the most hilarious sequences I've watched in a very long time.
That was some clown music.
That
That
was
was some clown game.
That was
right
like
there.
those Chinese TikToks where they go in and it's just like the perfect sequence of events to make you laugh.
Yeah. Well, say what you will.
There's no way.
Please,
There's
I
no
don't
way
know
Pine
what to
dies here.
say. I think we're gonna die here, actually.
No. Oh my God, the red buff's low. There's
the red
no way.
buff payoff. The payoff.
There's no way.
No way. Okay. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. All right, calm down, everyone. It's okay. We
Dude. Okay, this is genuinely hilarious.
I love League of Legends. This is an I love League of Legends.
Oh, this is
moment.
a League of Legends game right here.
Press 3 if you love League of Legends.
TurnUp top has no mana, but Adam just is walking. Where is he? Where is he going?
Where is he? He failed the flash over the wall. It wouldn't have saved him because Maokai was right there. Like, he wouldn't have gotten out. Maokai also has the Nature's Grasp, so like no way of getting away from that one, as Hug Life is gonna be destroying Jarvan.
Yeah, Banana Man goes down. Hug Life finally put into the blobs. We'll see if Fizz can actually take him out. Riven has to be careful. Going for the kill onto Lambo first, and we'll see. They're going to pick that up. A final shutdown, though. Fizz 3-1 right now. Actually quite strong. Going to be able to pick up Revan as well, potentially. Not going to land the stun as he's going to turn on to Pinaholic. Unfortunately, Revan will live. But the Dragon? The The draft. Adam gonna be able to pick it up, and I
dragon.
guess yeah, we're gonna get it.
Guys, yeah.
The Swain got it with the W.
The Swain got it. The Swain got the dragon. Of course. Yes. Yes.
You know, I used to cast draft in such a serious way. Like, oh man, if we're not taking this seriously, you know, who will be? But after a while, I think I've just had to step back and say, you know, some games are just gonna be completely ridiculous, and that's okay.
Yeah, no, I thought it was funny when the week you weren't here with the subcaster, the caster we had, who did a great job. No hate to them. They were like treating draft like a very serious event, and I'm thinking to myself, you don't know, man. You don't know, man.
Wait, was it Chong? Was that?
I don't remember.
Chiang?
Sorry.
Zelda? That's Bard guy.
No, it wasn't Chime. It wasn't Bard guy. No, Xiong.
Oh really?
It was
I
not
thought
them.
I thought they did.
I don't remember who it was. Somebody I hadn't played with, but
it might have been one of the premier casters who were like actually get to commentate good gameplay.
Unlike us.
Unlike us, we get to watch Fizz miss ults when we're 3-1, and then probably we get to see Banana Man just hugging Fog of War, waiting for Pine to walk up, who might be able to do it. Fizz goes in, flashes immediately.
Great flash.
Was it? I feel like if you just flash to the side, you kill the Fizz as well, and then just leave.
Okay, maybe like a medium flash.
Like a medium flash, like a solid escape flash. Pino going in. It's gonna be Hug from the top rope coming in, trying to get the minions, but Pino hugging the tower, gonna make sure he can't get dragged back in. And Hateem the Dream gonna back off out. Is still alive. Oh, Banana Man going in from where he wants it. He wants the smoke. Gonna flag in drag Hateem. Gonna use the W. Get untargetable. I don't think they're chasing. We're 0-0 on the Neferi. We've done nothing in top lane, but we are 30 CS up, so clearly something's going right.
Yeah, what we are doing is providing the emotional support that comes with having a funny dog on your team. And I feel like that's underappreciated in this economy, to be honest. So, you know, good work, Hakeem. Hateem. You're doing great. You're doing everything you need to. You have the Eclipse now. Meanwhile, the 4-in-1 Zach doing gangbusters here. I will say the mid laner for Shadow Collective, the sub here, looking a lot better this game. Does land the Shark.
Yeah, and potentially another kill on Definaholic, who isn't quite going to go down. I feel like he could have gotten one more auto, but didn't want to die to the tower. Has already made that mistake once. Doesn't want to make it again, especially after getting shut down so recently. And the rest of the map might be insane, but top lane, they're chilling up there. They're having a good time.
They're J chilling for sure. The refillable pot. We're just chugging potions for fun.
We're all in for Pino. We don't have the ultimate. It looks like a team's just gonna trade back, get some damage. And yeah, I mean that is honestly how that entire sequence is just how top lane's been going for the last like 15 minutes. They've had their stacking game last game, and they're like, all right, now we're just gonna farm.
And they're gonna have a lot of fun doing it. And I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, but
anyways,
we're gonna have a fight breaking
might
out
not be beautiful as this fight.
Uglay forced to flash out of the dome. Pinaholic with a nice flank. Lambo has to be careful. It's Adam taking visual aggro right now from about 3 people. TurnUp Tom can be able to land some Qs. Unfortunately, Pinaholic was left all on his lonesome. It's going to be a 1-for-1 right now. Mid laner for support as Fizz is finally going to come in to join the fight. Meanwhile, we get a trade up in the top side. The Team The Dream has to be careful while Pino's knocking him down. TurnUp Tom can be able to land some damage. Banana Man keeps going in, though. A nice flash away from the Hug Life engage, and it's going to be Fizz with a shutdown onto 1. Hug Life going down shortly thereafter as VOD Lambo picks up another kill. Back in the top side, we have to be careful. A team could be going down. Nope, not quite. And all in all, a fight 3-for-1 in total for Shadow in favor of Shadow Collective. So definitely not dead yet. The dream still lives on. And it mostly lives on in the sub Fizz of all people.
The sub Fizz is going to try and bring the game back with both of their hands. Their slippery little fish hands as ooh, okay, dipping and diving and dipping and diving. Diving and dipping and diving and dipping. Okay, Fizz should be alive. He's fine.
Yeah, surely, and Pine goes down as well. That is a rough situation for this intro to be in, and the Fizz doing really well. Here's the thing, as well as it's looking for Shadow Collective in the last couple minutes, the Ezreal's still really strong. The Zac is still really strong. The Nefiri is still, again, 40 CS up. Like, the rest of the team is not doing so badly, you know. TurnUp Squad's mid laner. Pine is not having the greatest day right now, but I don't think it's the end of the world, and it's still going to be a relatively strong mountain for Shadow Collective to overcome, especially once TurnUp Squad starts hitting their 2-3 item spike.
It'll be difficult for sure, but you know this game for certain has been absolutely buck wild. So I think there are a lot of things that I once thought impossible that I now do believe to be possible, and I will accept that in my heart to be the truth, whether I want to or not. Meanwhile, looks like, yeah, Pino is going to get cut up.
Jump in from Hug Life. Gonna be able to dodge it. Not gonna be able to pick up a kill. And finally, we have numbers on the board for our top laners. It only took 17 minutes into the game. But now looking on the opposite side of the map, TurnUp Tom tries to get an aggressive E in, but just barely didn't see the Fizz coming through. And it's gonna be another kill onto the bot laner. Pinaholic tries to come in on rotation, but it's not quite enough as this Fizz 8 out of the 9 kills that Shadow Collective have involved Fizz in some way. So nothing's really happening without this mid laner right now. And it's getting rough. Shadow Collective almost completely even up this gold deficit. We'll have to see, though, if they can secure this dragon, which they do. It's in a very good spot. And, you know, talk about a comeback. Shadow Collective were looking pretty bad in that early game, but I have completely stabilized, almost. It's going to take, what, like 300 gold? 1 kill on anywhere, a couple plates will do it. The tower and topside almost going down. So Shadow Collective's in a really good spot right now. And TurnUp Squad, you know, they need to come back to what they were doing in that early game. They need to run the same way they were. And it looks like they're going to try to do it now. An engage from Hug Life, landing onto VFD Lambo. They're going to try and attach to Adam, but it's Banana Man here that shows up for the counter gank as Revenant Storm goes down. TurnUp Tom put into the cage. Hug Life trying to get out as Adam comes through. Meanwhile, a TP in from a team now jumping onto the Jarvan. They're going to try and pick up Adam, the last one left in their sights. They're going to get the reset from a team who might try and go forward. Pinaholic was looking for an aggressive angle, but it's actually Fizz who's looking to get some more. Banana Man has to be careful. Doesn't have the flag and drag. A team picking up another one as Pinaholic gets jumped on in the mid lane. Has to flash away from that Fizz off, but now it's Hug Life coming back. Going to be able to come onto the Fizz. A beautiful flash is going to be able to take out Pinaholic. Fizz now on the run. Has to find a way out as the team and Hug Life are both running, trying to get this. And I feel like it's just a matter of time for the Fizz until he inevitably goes down. See who they donate the kill over to. It looks like they want to give it to a team.
Of course.
But it's going to be Hug Life picking up another kill. All said and done. It's actually TurnUp Squad who somehow miraculously come out ahead in a 3-for-2 trade.
I mean, what is there to say? It's exactly not what you'd expect at all happening, which is been the story of this game for many reasons. As yeah, TurnUp Squad looking okay for themselves. I will say I do like what the Fizz was doing there. I think, you know, trying to get that catch in the jungle, just wasn't able to get the insta one shot, so bot gave a little bit too much time over, and eventually kind of had to just trade themselves, which is unfortunate. But I do think, yeah, you actually are seeing this Fizz become a serious threat, which I don't know, it's gonna be something to contend with as the game continues.
Okay, kill onto Team the Dream. Gonna be Pinaholic picking up Adam. Pino going down very low. Pine just needs to land one more orb, and it's a double kill for the mid laner, who's managed to get back into this game just from that fight alone. Lambo getting completely zoned off by TurnUp Tom, and 2 for 1 so far. Has to be careful, though. They might make it more. Lambo getting a lot of damage on TurnUp Tom, using the ult from the Featherstorm, flashing forward to make sure that he can avoid Revan, who jumps on him, but does manage to get the root, trying to set it up for Banana Man, and Revan with no more sums means Banana Man's going to be able to pick up that kill. Hug Life could see him trying to charge that E, but doesn't want to go in, realizes that it's a futile effort. But a beautiful play from Lambo keeps Shadow Collective right on the heels of TurnUp Squad.
Yeah, a much better showing in this game. Kind of just, I mean, obviously a much better showing, like, you know, in just in the mid lane particularly, but across the board, you know, we're seeing Adam doing quite a bit on this, on the Swain here. We're seeing Banana Man getting a lot of good stuff done on the J4 this game. Lambo not completely in the dumpster, which means that the Xayah will eventually be a threat. So, yeah, I mean, a threat right now on those two items. Gonna have to worry about the Xayah damage pumping out here. So, unlike last game where, you know, the TurnUp squad were able to kind of sleepwalk their way through the game, no, this time they're gonna get their money's worth out of this lobby. Gonna have to really work for the victory here if they want to try and get this one. On the top side, we do see the Poppy. I'm definitely struggling, but Poppy is absolutely just like a wall, just like a meatball. Not super relevant if the Poppy is doing a good or bad. Like, it just doesn't matter. It truly does not matter. Poppy could have nothing and be nothing, and nothing would change this game. Aside from, you know, just like a big melee minion.
Yeah, I feel like once you're in team fights, your job is really just to put up the Steadfast Presence to block the Zac or the Nefiri, and then just ult people out. Going down again, 0-3. Obviously not a good situation to be in. Like we said, you know, it's a meatball, but that might just be copium for the poor showing in that top lane. Now Dragon coming up in 3 seconds. Shadow Collective could get to Soul Point here, so it's going to be on TurnUp Squad to actually fight them off and try and pick it up. Lambo getting so low and might just be completely forced out of the fight in its entirety. Gonna try still rotating over, but we are gonna see the backs come through, and this is a moment for TurnUp Squad to try and force this dragon. You can see Shadow Collective hovering around to maybe get something done, but the zoning's just a little bit too hard. The dragon pressure's just a little bit too high. It's gonna be TurnUp collecting, picking up that free dragon off of a really nice trade from TurnUp Tom.
Just a great trade there. We now have the get that Drake pick up. The mid lane will also drop here, going towards the side of the TurnUp squad. Pineaholic getting a big one into the backside of Adam. Just you know, counterplayed right there, hitting the counterplay gameplay button, picking that one up. Just trying to get some free gold here. Gold still very close. We've got the Baron up. So, like, that's an objective. This is a dead dog. Look away if you're troubled by this. Good night, Nefiri.
Yeah, absolutely cooked. Call that a hot dog. We don't have the skin, though, so that joke doesn't land as well.
It's okay.
We need people to play the hot dog Nefiri so we can make jokes like that. But unfortunately, there's only so many food-related puns that we can make before getting annoying. Revan and Hug Life working together to try and get vision here. Can see them like sort of questioning whether they want to go in on that Xayah if it's bait, and knowing that Pino's there and assuming that Banana Man's probably in the area, they sniff it out and just want to take the back. Don't want to get too aggressive here. As Shadow Collective posture around the Baron, probably not going to force a fight or try and take it right now unless they get a really nice pick.
And that's going to be kind of really what we're looking for here, is those nice picks. For Shadow Collective, their comp really is, you know, they really do benefit from the Fizz kind of just getting a freebie, right? You know, finding somebody on the side, hopefully, you know, one of those, you know, even like Nefiri, catching Nefiri on the side. There are plenty of other champions that are worth, you know, looking for here. Yeah, obviously, you want to try and get the Syndra. You want to try and get the Ezreal. They're a little bit harder to get. But, you know, you can still take some of those consolation prizes off the map too, like the Nefiri. I do think...
Oh.
Okay, we do have a jump here. Good dodge.
Oh, and the ult only barely knocks back Hug Life as Pino's getting absolutely run down, forced to use the flash. They're going to take that blast cone over the wall to try and get through. Going to be able to use the set press presence to dodge, but Hug Life wants more. Going to be able to land a Q, try and knock him back in. Team canceling out the tower aggro, and Pino so tanky, but it only matters so much, eventually going to fall to this tower, although the tower might take its revenge as Team the Dream goes down. And with Hug Life there on the top side, it's going to be a perfect fight for Shadow Collective. BFD Lambo, though, the Baron damage is so much, forced into the Featherstorm. Adam tries to go forward, and it's TurnUp Tom picking up another kill. Going forward, wants some more damage, needs to land this onto VFD Lambo, manages to get the E, trying to pick up Banana Man as well as going to be Fizz picking it up, and Hug Life has finally joined the fight. Resin has finally got the root, and it's a double kill for Hug Life. Despite all of the advantages that Shadow Collective had in that fight, TurnUp Tom showed up big and managed to get so much value out of it. It's TurnUp Squad winning that fight and getting control back of the map.
I will say big credit to the Fizz there. Did absolutely everything they could. Looking a lot like the kinds of Fizz highlight reel you're hoping to see. Getting a lot of good dodges, getting a lot of good picks there. But yeah, like you said, Shadow Collective, they felt like they were in a good position for that. You know, they did not have to worry about the Zac at the start of that fight, but it just dragged on for a little bit too long. For their liking, the Zac was eventually able to get there to that fight. And, you know, with the Maokai able to clean it up. Looking at 40 seconds on the next Drake. If TurnUp Squad gets this will be their second Infernal. Could be Soul Point. Getting the Soul Point on for Shadow Collective. Neither team in that Soul position, unfortunately. So it's going to be a little bit longer before we see that potential win condition here, especially if TurnUp Squad are able to secure this one. And for the time being, they're a little bit slow on the draw on this Drake, so we could see it go over to Shadow Collective, who, yeah, they've got the river. They're gonna have to breach or try to breach, but Fizz is doing a good job as point guard. That's 3,000. That's gone.
Yeah, big damage coming through. It's going to be the red team picking up the drag. Shadow Collective now on Soul Point, but Hug Life goes in, and they want to make him pay for it. TurnUp Tom into the pit as well, but it might just be a death trap. A team going in as well. It's going to be Fizz picking up the kill. A nice knockback from Pinaholic. Going to be able to trade a little bit of something there as Hug Life is getting a lot of value, a lot of damage. Team managing to get it, and is only Fizz left alive, as it is a 4-for-1 trade in favor of TurnUp Squad right now. Fizz trying to go in, trying to make a miracle happen, but it's not going to be enough. The dogs, the orbs. It's going to be a Syndra picking up the ace, finally getting even 777. It's like lucky on a slot machine right here. And now they're going to be looking at the Baron. It's going to be TurnUp Squad finally pulling away with a solid gold lead, about 5,000 for the first time in this game. They might have lost Soul Point, but they're going to get the Baron, and they're going to move themselves into the driver's seat of this game.
Yeah, some kind of jackpot here for the Syndra. As, yeah, the Shadow Collective were able to get that Drake and get out, or try to get out, but on the return fight, it just went so wildly in favor of TurnUp Tom and the TurnUp Squad. Just a great pick by the Nefiri, great lockdown from the rest of the team. It's very difficult seeing that fight play out. Unfortunately, Shadow Collective, we're kind of just in on they were on the back foot, having blown quite a lot just to secure that Drake, and unfortunately, we're not able to go from there. So we'll see what they can do. The Baron is up. They could potentially look for lethal soon if they find that opportunity. But if Shadow Collective can draw this game out, they do potentially have that soul as a win condition.
Yeah, and Ooh, knockback though, gonna knock away the Maokai now, gonna engage onto the Zac, who's stuck alone in the middle of Shadow Collective, trying to get something done. Pino managed to tank for a very long time, but it's going to be a trade. Hug Life for the Poppy honestly seems very worthwhile for Shadow Collective at this point. Unfortunately, took so many members. A split push from a team in the top side, but another split push from Fizz down bot. Looks like Shadow Collective, they're not giving up so easily. They want to find something on the trade back. Pinaholic goes into the Zanyas, has to be very careful. Revan popping the Twisted Advance to try and get something more. TurnUp Tom manages to pick up the kill. Banana Man going forward, but a beautiful scout of the week keeps them off. Can see Fizz trying to split now, trying to get some value done. TurnUp Tom trying to get some poke, trying to get some damage, but with the team on those inhibitors, TurnUp and the bot lane on the mid, it's only a matter of time before this Fizz is forced to back off and leave his split push. Team has to be careful. Lambo getting jumped on, does not have the Feather Storm, did have the flash, but it was just a little bit too late, and the towers are getting decimated. Fizz needs to find his way back, but it's not going to happen as Pinaholic's chasing him down, and it's TurnUp Squad with a 2-0, and our first early night of the split in less than an hour of total game time. We have made it out of here with a beautiful sequence of events from TurnUp Squad.
TurnUp Squad, they wanted an early night. They wanted to show everybody that they weren't some kind of scrub, that they were just unlucky the first 3 weeks, and you know what? Maybe they were just unlucky. They've got Hateem the Dream back on the board. They've got all of the gamers finally here. They no longer have the mental warfare, and the best part is because the Kimchi Poros don't exist anymore, due to not wanting to play the video game, they get a free win next week, and they're looking really good, setting themselves up for a gauntlet situation down the road. So yeah, I mean, great stuff from the side of TurnUp Tom and the TurnUp Squad. I told you I believed in you, even if you didn't believe in yourself.
It was a beautiful thing to watch, and honestly, the sub really brought it back in game 2 to try and win, but unfortunately, like we said, the coordination just wasn't quite there. It felt like TurnUp Squad were playing as a much more cohesive unit, and honestly, just really good macro play kind of the entire time from TurnUp Squadron, with a couple let's call them comedic moments thrown in there for some entertainment value.
Yeah, for comedy purposes, you know, gotta have a little bit of comedy jokes here to keep the people interested, and I think that's important to the morale of the Draft League stream. So with that said, feeling like this has been a good night of some fun games tonight for sure. The People's Champion, the TurnUp Squad, gonna try and make that gauntlet run. I'm gonna believe in them. If they can keep that power up that they showed tonight, they could have a good chance. So any thoughts before anything to say before we close out?
Nothing, just that these were definitely some of the more entertaining games that I think we've watched this season. Only week 4, so there's still plenty of time, but it might have been a little bit one-sided, but damn was it fun.
Yeah, what it was a little one-sided, but it was fun. We had some fun picks. So thank you all for your efforts tonight. Thank you to the players for coming out here, and thank you to those of you watching out there in the stream. Have a good night. We'll see you all next week for, I believe, if this is I think this is a 5-week league. So week 5 will be our last round before the gauntlet. So we'll see how that plays out. And we'll see you next week. Have a good one.
Keep moving on. Keep moving on. And they say I have a grim sense of humor.